I'm Sonia Davis and welcome to my Wednesday Wanderings. Now, if you're a regular around here, you will notice I'm not wandering out and about in the woods or the park or the river like I usually do. I'm at home. And you'll also notice that this isn't Wednesday, this is Thursday. The reason for that is sometimes life gets in the way. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about today, because let's keep this real. I did record a video yesterday and I came to upload it onto YouTube and it was gone. I couldn't find it anywhere, and I looked and looked and no. Something about that, something in the universe said, no, just let it go, leave it, be patient, it's okay. You can do it tomorrow. You can do another one tomorrow. No, you don't have to walk in the park again. No, you don't have to do the things. Just go with it. And actually, that's what today's video is about. It's about that, just going with it. We are now diving into the dark moon energies of the new moon in Virgo on Saturday. And I did run a session yesterday on that. In fact, that did go well, and I did get the recording of that one. Don't know what happened to my video yesterday. And that was all about using the energies of the new moon so that you can grow and expand as a business owner. But and you can still sign up for that and get the replay if you want to. The session was yesterday, but you can still watch that. I'll drop the link in below this video for you if you want to grab that. But sometimes, as a business owner, we all know it's a roller coaster ride. I mean, it's up and down and things do not go to plan. That's part of why we love it, right? The entrepreneur journey is not a smooth and easy path, but if we wanted smooth and easy, we'd sit in a corporate job somewhere and have a nice stable salary and come home and try and make the best of it, wouldn't we? That's not what we're here to do, is it? That's certainly not what I'm here to do, and I know that's not what you're here to do either. We want to make a difference, right? We want to have an impact. We want to do things differently. We are the rule breakers, the free thinkers. That's why you're here, right? I know that's why I'm here. That's why I do these things. And sometimes that means coping with the things that the universe throws at us, like disappearing videos for apparently no reason, but I'm sure there was a reason. I just haven't worked out what it was. Maybe it's because this is the message you really need to hear today, rather than the one I recorded yesterday. It was a great video, by the way, just putting that out there. Anyway, you'll never know. I'll never find it again. Who knows? But actually, that's the point of this one. Sometimes things come along and they're really hard. Really hard. Like bone-shakingly, what the heck am I doing? Do I even want to keep doing this hard? We all know that one. I know you know that one. I certainly know that one. There are times when you even question whether you're able to do this, whether you're cut out for this. There are days or hours or moments or whatever it is when you go, I just can't do it. I'm not capable of this. I can't do it. I just can't do this. I'm going to have to go back and get a job. We all have those moments, okay? You are not alone in that one. And sometimes they're fleeting and then you go, what? Don't be ridiculous. No, forget it. Stop it. And sometimes they're not fleeting. Sometimes they carry on for a day or two and you have to pull yourself up. You have to pull up your socks and go, right, how do I get out of this? And I wanted to share a little bit of what I've been experiencing with that myself, because this is about me being honest with you, because this is reality, okay? This is not about everything's all shiny and sparkles and joy. And you know, if you're familiar with my world, you will know I am all about the sparkles and joy and the fairy lights, which seem to have fallen down in that corner, but I'll sort that. Those are really important parts of my reality. They really are. But that doesn't mean that I'm feeling sparkles and fairy lights every single moment of every single day. And I think I want to share this with you because it feels important to keep this real. I had a moment a couple of days ago, and I sat on the sofa that's behind me under that painting that my husband painted. I should probably spotlight that a little bit more once in a while. Talk about that. Maybe I'll do a topic on that painting at some point. It's very personal. It's a soul picture of me. It's amazing. I sat on that sofa and I cried, and I went, I don't know if I can do this anymore. And it wasn't that something had gone drastically wrong. It was a combination of little things that had built up to have a big impact. And it made me question, what am I doing? Can I even do this? And then I gave myself permission to feel that, because I know from quite a lot of experience, particularly over the last few years, if I give myself permission to feel how I'm feeling in the moment, it can flow out of me much more quickly. So I did. And I let myself cry, and I let myself feel dreadful, and I beat myself up, and I journaled about it. And do you know what? I'm actually going to read one thing out of my journal to you that I do channeling every morning in my notebook. I do journaling, which is my thoughts, but then I also connect in and I channel. And I'm my guides actually said to me, you flagellate yourself unnecessarily. Yes, there are lessons and acceptance of responsibility, but this should not be such a heavy burden. Yeah, okay, my guides do like to tell me, they like to call me out and go, hang on, stop being silly. I love them for that. It's amazing, and I love that they speak to me in that way. But it's true, but we do that. As human beings, we go, oh, it's all my fault, I'm dreadful, what have I done? And we beat ourselves up. Like, don't flagellate yourself unnecessarily. I mean, wow, that was a bit, okay, yeah, all right. But we do, particularly as business owners, we feel the weight of responsibility, we feel the weight of expectation, and some of that comes from the fact that, especially if you've left a corporate job, chances are the people around you don't understand. Why would you give up a nice stable salary for nothing and pure risk-taking and gambling? Well, because the salary isn't fulfilling me, and it's not actually about the money, it's about the impact, and I can have more impact doing this than I could sitting there in my job, all right, with a stable income, but, you know, much less fun, much less joy in the world. And it makes me realise how much as humans expectation we put on ourselves. And we listen to the people around us that don't understand, or that try to understand. It's not because they don't love us, it's not because they don't care, but it's not in their level of understanding, their frame of reference. It's not something they've experienced. It's choices that they haven't made in their life, and therefore they can't comprehend the choices that we make. And that can weigh you down, and that can make you question. And when you come up with those days when you question yourselves, like I did on Monday, sitting on that sofa, sometimes you hear their words in your head. Are you sure? When do you quit? When do you pull the button, press the big button and go, I'm going to have to go and get a job? When do you... And I'm not even talking about money here. I mean, it might be about money, but it's not even about that. It's about are you having the impact that you really wanted to? Have you got all the things in place that you really want? When you don't have those things and people don't understand it, their words can really land in your head and really impact you. And so when things don't go as you'd hoped, maybe you've done a launch that's not gone successfully, maybe you're sales have dropped. Maybe your income level isn't where you need it to be. Maybe you've got a client complaining because of something that you got wrong, and all of these things, it's whatever it is. I mean, I'm just pulling scenarios out of the air. They're all things that we all navigate as a big business owner, right? And when you get those things, it's not really about the thing itself. And I also, listening to my guides, it's someone said to me once a long time ago, a mentor I had literally 20 years ago, said, there are no mistakes in life, only learning. And I really try and pull that through. And that means when I was sitting there on the sofa on Monday, having a bit of a cry, feeling rubbish, flagellating myself, as my guide said, because something hadn't worked in the way that I'd wanted it to, that I'd hoped. I put a lot of effort into, but it didn't work. Actually, it's then about, where's the learning? What's the lesson for me here? What else? What did I miss? What didn't I see? And for me, it's about turning it into a lesson. For me, it's about going, okay, something about that actually wasn't right. It's a bit like, I closed my membership, the doors of my membership a couple of weeks ago. It went for 12 months. I had 2 people sign up right at the start, and they both paid for the full year. And they were great, absolutely brilliant. It was a joy working with them, and the progress they made, and it was fabulous, and I love it, and I will always be grateful to those people. And then I opened the doors again, and I relaunched it, probably, I think 4 times over the year. No one else signed up. Absolutely nobody signed up. And that was hard. That was hard. Because I'd decided that running a membership was a great thing to do. I had these amazing people in there already. I just needed more people so that I could get the sustainability of the income, so I could make it worthwhile. And it didn't happen. I had people jumping in asking me about it, but something about it didn't convert. People were not signing up. And I'd ask them, people who'd expressed an interest and then didn't join, I would actually ask them, and some of them were happy to tell me, and they just said, I think it looks great, it looks amazing, but it's just not right for me at the moment. That's fine. None of them made it about me, going, oh, it looks like it's rubbish. It wasn't that at all. I had belief in the product, in the membership, in what I could offer. I knew the skills I could offer in there were amazing. And if I look at the 2 people who jumped in for the full year, there was another who joined monthly and didn't stay for the full year, but that's totally fine as well. But the progress they made was incredible, and I know that I could deliver amazing things in that membership. And it wasn't until the last launch that I did, which was back in, I think it was it April or May, somewhere around about that, I can't remember exactly, April or May time. And I launched it, and absolutely nothing again. Absolutely nothing. Not a sliver of interest at all. And I stopped, and I went, there's a lesson here. And I really went inwards. And I thought, I was telling myself it was my sales technique, my marketing wasn't good enough, my content wasn't good, my sales page was rubbish. I made it about me and the offer, but it wasn't. It was about me, but it wasn't about my marketing or my sales or my content or any of those things. It was about my energy. It was my innermost self trying to tell me running this kind of container is not aligned for you. That's not where you're supposed to be putting your energy. That's not going to work for you. And while it was a joy to carry that space for the people that were in it, I was actually repelling people from coming in for reasons there's no way they could even describe. They were vague on why they didn't join. It was never that, oh, it looks terrible. They just went, it's not, just doesn't feel quite right at the moment. There's that nebulous sense that my energy was giving out, saying, this isn't right. I don't want to be running this. And when I realised that, and then I spoke to the people who were in there, they went, yeah, totally get that. Makes sense. And I made the decision that I was going to close the doors when their annual membership ran out. And I did. And I feel like a weight's been lifted. And it's given me the opportunity to create new things. I've got my new 6-month program expansion portal, which is amazing. And I love it. And that's so much more aligned for me. And I've got my expansion audits, and I've got my limitless VIP package, and everything flows. The expansion audits are amazing. The changes that happen from those are incredible. That's just a 45-minute one-to-one, going through a series of questions and helping clients work out exactly where they are and what the next steps are. And they're brilliant, and I love doing those. They're so good, and they have such an impact as well. And that is alignment. That's me working in alignment. So coming back to the original point, sometimes the reason something doesn't work out isn't because you haven't done things right, isn't because you need to beat yourself up, isn't because you failed or you're not good enough, or all these other dreadful phrases that we tell ourselves in those moments. Sometimes it's the universe saying, hang on a minute, if you do that, you won't be able to do that. If I'd kept running my membership, I wouldn't have been able to create space for my new 6-month program. It's pretty simple, really, isn't it? When you look at it like that, oh, that's why. And my 6-month program emerged in my head about 2 days after I'd made the decision to close the membership. Suddenly, there it is. That's what it is. It's a 6-month program. Rolling program, by the way. If you want the details of that, I tell you what, I'm going to drop them down below just in case you're interested. It's a rolling program, which means you join for 6 months, but the 6th is a different theme each month, and we cycle through them all. I love it. It's great. I'll drop the details of that below this as well in case you want to look. That one's just a Google Doc. I have not created a sales page for that yet because, life and all that. It'll happen. It hasn't yet. But I love the fact that sometimes in those really dark moments when things aren't going well, that's actually when you grow. That's when the lessons really do appear. That's when things make a difference. That's when you get to make a difference. So the lesson that I really want to share with you is sometimes things don't work out. And rather than beating yourself up about it and going, what have I done wrong, and making it about yourself, ask yourself, where's the lesson? Where's the growth? And what is that not working creating space for that might be so much better and so much more aligned, so much more exciting? And I'm going to say thank you to my guides, to the universe, whatever the tech gremlins that made yesterday's video vanish into thin air so that I could come and record this one for you, because I'm getting all the chills now. Someone watching this needs this today, Thursday, not yesterday. They wouldn't watch it if it was the video I recorded yesterday, and it wouldn't have the impact. So I'm here being grateful to the tech gremlins and the universe and these dark moon energies and whatever else is going on right now. There's huge astrology going on right now, massive energies. And I'm saying thank you because someone watching this now, maybe you, needs this message rather than the one that I recorded yesterday. So I'm going with that, and I'll take that. It feels very right for me to be sharing this with you today. So I'm going to leave this there. please, please do like this and subscribe if you haven't already, because loads of people watch and they don't subscribe. And the subscription bit is what feeds the algorithm on the platform. That means more people get to see this. So I would love you to do that. If you would do that favour for me, that would be very much appreciated. I'm going to drop links below for the things that I've referenced. So there's a new moon expansion session I did yesterday. That one's free. There's the expansion audits. There's the expansion portal program. I'll drop those links in below. You can have a look if you're interested. Otherwise, please do drop me a comment below and let me know what this has brought up for you. Has it helped? I'm getting a real sense, I'm getting all the tingles from my guides that this is important for someone today. Maybe many of you today. So I'm putting this one out here, my Wednesday wanderings on a Thursday from my home office rather than the park. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And I am sending you the most beautiful new moon blessings for the new moon on Saturday. Take care, and I will be back again on Monday with weekly guidance. Take care.